Yeah. Hello, guys. Welcome to another live stream by Indie Football Podcast powered by Ultimate Champions. Today, we are celebrating a doomsday or celebrating a win. We would know in a couple of hours. But today, we are joined by some Chelsea fans and we will talk about Chelsea and Villa for that matter. So, hi, guys. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Hi, Suyash. Yeah.
Too too bad, yeah, too bad, I would say.
Yeah. That's the thing with us right now. So many dollars wasted. So many dollars wasted. So yeah, what do you think? How would we do tonight? Let's talk about tonight as well. How would we do?
Um,
Hi Suyash. Yeah. Let's start with you. What is your predictions for the night and the performance?
So me or Mrigank?
you,
Yeah,
Suyash,
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
You.
No problem.
Yeah, so honestly speaking, we were on a good run of, we were on a high run before the Liverpool game. Liverpool game ke baad, I don't know what happened. Like we conceded 8 goals within a span of 3-4 days, and everything went downhill. And Aston Villa at home has been really, really
Yeah,
strong, really strong. I mean, it's kind of fortress for them. So
yeah,
I don't see how we win today. Maybe if we sneak in a draw and it goes into extra time, and then we have penalties, everything. Petrovic has done well in the penalties. So the way we defeated
yeah.
Newcastle, वही मेरे को hope रह गया है अब. Apart from that, I don't think how we compete today.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Um,
like talking about the past results between Chelsea and Villa, I think we faced for the last 5 times we just won once, and that too in a very 2-0 margin. So I think we do have a very tough game ahead of us. Mrigang, what is your opinion on this, man? What do you think? How would we do tonight?
yeah, well, Villa are in form. We never have anything called form. It's always we're either performing like this or we're somewhere here. So it's one of those two things. And
Saturday, what's up? How are
Hi,
you
hi,
doing?
hi, Rahul. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. What's up? What's up?
I Adi,
Yeah.
Hi,
all
hi.
good,
So,
bro.
Mrigang, please continue. We were talking about tonight how would we do and how Villa has turned themselves into a fortress. How
Correct.
we have very bad results for the past 5-6 times against them. So, yeah, what is your opinion? How would we do tonight?
I mean, right now it is. Let's just say that this is just duo. This is again another do or die match for Chelsea because
Yeah,
since I've become a Chelsea fan, I haven't seen Chelsea being so clueless on the pitch. This
yeah,
is something that I want to put on record because, yes, as a top six club, historically called a top six club, let's just put it in that manner. We have certain expectations of the club. Ki bhai club will at least feature in the top half of the table. Right now we just look like a
yeah,
mid-table club. It's been a mid-table club. Our profile has become like a mid-table
yeah,
club because one thing that you associate every time with a mid-table club is inconsistency, and I think that is something that I
yeah,
would definitely say that Chelsea have been. Uh, the last thing that I want to expect from today is just a little bit more bravery. I think Chelsea has lacked that a lot. If
yeah,
you go back to Pochettino's most successful season under Spurs as well, so there was an interesting thing that I read
yes,
recently in his autobiography. Uh, he had said that he always likes to keep a high line and he wants those attackers to be absolute pressers. इसलिए उसने
Hmm.
Son Heung-min को भी false nine पे खिलाया था for the title winning season. So he wants everybody to press as a unit. Now when it
Wait,
comes
wait,
to
wait, wait,
Chelsea,
wait. What? What do you mean title winning with Spurs, bro? What? What? Wait, what?
I just wanted to wake everyone up because I just wanted to remind everyone about the Eden Hazard goal. So let's just
Come on, man.
let's just
Yeah,
get to the
oh,
yeah yeah
Say
because
challenging. Challenging season is that's it.
I
That's
just
their
wanted to
trophy.
remind everyone. I just wanted to remind everyone about Eden Hazard. But yeah, I mean,
almost title winning
yeah,
season.
yeah. Jokes aside, I mean that that whole team was like very energetic, right? And when you look at Chelsea,
Yeah,
we just become very passive. Yeah, we just become very lazy at times, and it's just very saddening to see. Sometimes it just looks like agar plan b rahega, it's like you can't see it being executed on the pitch at all. And you see Mauricio Pochettino just being that
Yes.
vanilla faced guy every time on the sidelines. It's not affecting the players at all. There doesn't seem to be any in-game management as well. In-game
Yeah.
management is bahut off hai. So I mean, if you can see that Cole Palmer being
Yeah.
such a young person, first time ही मतलब एक बढ़िया opportunity मिला and he just grabbed it with both hands. You see, he's the best player at the club, so you can imagine the state we are in. So
Yeah.
that's just slightly worrying, and that's slightly worrying against Aston Villa as well for tonight.
I think one thing which I wanted to know all of
Yeah.
your thoughts on.
Mrigang,
Uh,
we were talking about you being a very coach. Yeah.
Yeah, me being.
A big Poach fan, like you defending him. So, what is your opinion about our recent forms? Like, how do you
So
think we
actually,
can
I was
turn this whole situation around?
see. I like to be a critic. I want to criticize stuff like that, but I also want to give
Hmm.
them a proper chance before I evaluate what and how they're doing. And in all honesty, in all
Hmm.
fairness, no one has been given a fair chance so far with this new squad
Hmm.
and with these youngsters in the
Yes.
team. So I'm not judging Poch right now. He has
Hmm.
by far, like, this team is finishing better.
Yeah.
Finishing was the problem. It just fails to stay consistent, and I don't. A lot of the times, I do not
Yes.
blame consistency on managers. If the tactic remains the same, yes, selections might vary, but then it all comes down to how
Yeah.
player is performing in training and stuff like that. So i- a manager sees something when he picks up his squad. Like if he says in the training that suppose me, Suyash, and Adidev are
Hmm.
available to someone as selection, and I'm just
Hmm.
slacking off. Let's just say I am the superstar,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Narcissistic, but
Yeah.
I am the superstar, and I choose to be not performing.
But
Yeah.
I do
but
not give my best, and manager
but
goes on
Megan,
and picks Suyash and Adidev. Yeah,
Megan, sorry to cut you off there, but just
Yeah.
leading you on to another topic. Don't you feel that the players are a little bit more entitled at our club currently? Like, don't you get that vibe? Ki,
yeah,
matlab, even if you tell
I
them
Yeah.
something, that's
I would
something
agree to
that would
that.
happen. So
Like
do
the
you
kind
feel
of
that that
things,
entitlement has
Yeah.
come into the club in the last 2 or 3 seasons? I do feel so. I
the
think
kind
that
of
is
things that the players are trying on the pitch, those should not be done at a Premier League level. Like trying those
agreed.
back heels and
Agreed.
stuffs. We
And
can't even string three passes right now and like
come on,
bring in.
man. If when
Yes,
Hazard was doing this, world was loving it. So don't
but
tell me football
but
can't be played like that.
he
Yeah.
had an end
that's
product,
that's
right?
the
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the kind of player we don't have right now. Like we don't.
Is
Yeah.
Like
it
a
that's okay, but
absolute.
if someone's trying to
Yeah.
do some do some skill to execute like a gameplay, honestly can't blame them for trying it. It's them. They are the players. They're playing it. If they like to play that way, then you really can't stop them.
Even in
And
this
if he's
team,
pulling that off in training
I
and
think Palmer
it's
is the
working,
one.
yeah, Palmer's like so
Yeah.
back. Well, let me finish the thing. Like
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
with
Yeah. Yeah.
Pochettino, right? I want him to stay just
Yeah.
because let him get a fair chance and let the team like fucking stabilize it. That's the point. Let them
Hmm.
stabilize, train together, and show me for one season
Yeah.
that what you can do when you've played under the same tactic under the same manager for a year, and then there's still no progress or there's
So,
still no consistency.
but
Then we can talk about changing managers. And
but if
there's no.
the but
Mhm,
if the repercussion is that we end up finishing 16th or 15th in the table, not having Champions
mhm,
League, we don't have the
mhm.
revenue to sustain. How
Forget
would you?
Champions League. Forget Champions League for 4 years,
Hmm.
man. Honestly, I've been
Yeah,
watching football for
but
this
then the
long.
club
When
won't
I know,
sustain,
Yeah.
right?
I
The
know
club
when a
won't
club
sustain. We are a Champions League club. Like all the revenue comes from Champions League matches, right? Most of the revenue. If you'll not go to the Champions League, how will you
Yeah,
sustain as a big club?
that's
see
exactly what I was looking.
you are looking at a from a business perspective. If you try and draw the whole graphs and stuff, you are looking at a small time frame where you are going into losses, which is right. But over the time, if you keep making those profits, your
Hmm.
average is definitely a profit. Like
Yeah.
so, if you aim
What I
for a
think,
longer thing.
but what I think Suyash is just trying to add to that point is ki, if we don't get into the European competitions, some of the contracts that we have given out, right? Some of those big
Yeah,
extended
it is
contracts that we
staggering.
have
It
given out.
is nothing but
Yeah, I
staggering.
mean
The
that
numbers.
is dependent
Yeah.
on money coming to us from European competitions. Anything of that matter should be coming to us. Now, even if we go out there, I think that is what is worrying, is even if we go out there in the transfer market, how do we convince a person ki bhai aaja Chelsea? ठीक है. What kind of project do we promise them? Because I think there are, from whatever I've read
Yes.
reports, there are rifts within the team regarding the fact that they don't trust the project anymore and all of that. So again, I'm still with Primregank on the fact that I don't want Pochettino out, because that's still not the solution. वो solution है ही नहीं. Like people have been fired for less in Chelsea. I think everyone knows that. People have been fired for less, but I think just to I don't know, the recruitments. Some of the recruitments was slightly dicey as well, but I think we pulled a great trick with getting Cole Palmer. I think he's been a match-defining player for us.
I mean,
Yes.
I was
I
was
love
not
like I love
confident
his
when we
spark.
signed Palmer.
Huh.
I
I
was
was
not
very confident,
confident at
man.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was
was
like,
very
I
confident.
was.
he's just another kid, not proven,
Uh,
and
Yeah.
you seriously need experience. But it's just lucky, like with any signing, 50-50, right?
Yeah.
If
right.
he brings the same form and energy back, you're good. He's a
Mm.
superstar. And if he doesn't, and then he's like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
shit scouting, yeah, you don't know stuff.
No, but if you see those games, that initial 2 3 games that he played at Man City in this season, he was very clinical and he had
It's
that Man
City,
City
man.
thing in
It's
him.
City.
So
You put
Mm.
Philip in there, Calvin
Yeah, it
Philip,
is.
and he seems like he's Rodrigo's real replacement, right? So don't compare City
so I
and when
mean,
it,
but he
Oscar
at the
Bob
end
is
of the day,
performing like
at
Samuel
at the
Eto'o.
at the end of the day, he was clinical there, and Modric was not, right, or any of other signing who you are comparing him
Raheem
with.
Sterling used to be very clinical at City. Is that's the
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
you're trying to make? Are we
No,
trying to
no,
praise Sterling again?
no. I am not trying to play Sterling now. Like I was a Sterling fan, but now I am not.
Mm.
What I'm trying to say is all the other youngsters that we have brought in,
No.
उनमें से you could have easily found out कि भाई
Yeah.
Palmer was different from them because he was more clinical, because Modric was just आप क्यों ले आए भाई, बहुत तेज भागता है इसलिए ले आए, अब मुझे तो नहीं लगता उसके अंदर और कुछ उसको कुछ भी आता है.
Mudrik is
आ,
some kind of conspiracy dude. I am convinced.
भाई मुद्रिक के साथ I think there's one thing that I just wanted to say about मुद्रिक is कि
Mudrik is just
he lacks basics. Sometimes I do feel he lacks basics. And
Yeah.
basics का
Lampard
मतलब
clearly outright said that a lot of these players, including Mudrik, I think he specifically said that. I can't quote him directly, but I think he pointed it out at Mudrik that a lot of these footballers they lack basic football intelligence on pitch, and he said that in a talk show. I think 2.5 hours or something interview was there. He clearly stated that these things are lacking, and he can't be
Mm.
bothered. You can't go ahead and teach a man that right here, my man, is when you need to perform. It
it,
should come to
and
you naturally.
Yes.
yeah, and in Mudrik's case, I think there was nobody to teach him
Yeah.
also, because situations like whatever he faced, I mean, those situations were itself very trying. So there was nobody to actually teach him. Right now, the scene being is,
Yeah.
if Pochettino decides ki bhai, I will not do anything, I'll just fucking train Mudrik for the next 6 months. Only then can something happen with Mudrik. Otherwise, I don't see things improving very soon for him, because he just lacks basic footballing skills. Matlab, he just
I
becomes
remember
very
watching Mudrik in his very first, like in his debut game. He came on for like 10-15 minutes, if I
Yeah.
reckon, if my memory serves me right.
Mm.
And Mudrik came on. He made that one attempt. He dribbled in the box and then he went towards the left side of the post and he shot. My mind immediately went
Mm.
like, "Fucking Eden Hazard, right there." First time I had a flash of something like that happening on the field, and it's never came back since. Never. I jinxed, I cursed, I
Yeah.
don't know why. A lot of
Even I
people
think like
said
Ukraine
same thing.
national team kind of stepped into under 23 or 22.
Hmm.
Mhm. Mm, So
So like uh, I think Ukraine did the same thing to like boost his confidence. I think if he does
Yeah.
well there, I think he would. do
Yeah, but
tremendously.
I
I think
think
he has
I
the
think if
spark, but
everyone
yeah,
I think if everyone starts getting singular
yeah,
matlab attention, I mean no manager can do that.
yeah,
I mean that is impossible to do. But yeah, I mean even in the absence of Mudrik, we don't have many options in that particular flank, because even if you look at
Exactly.
Raheem Sterling again, very
Hmm.
कभी मैं उसको बोला कि यार he's performing really well on the pitch, and sometimes he just gives these disaster classes. And you matlab Chilwell is, when Chilwell plays behind Sterling, he's almost like half of the time exposed defensively, because Raheem Sterling will not give you anything defensively. He will
Hmm.
not track back. He
yeah,
will not be a ready presser. He will not give you anything
yes,
defensively. I mean, these are some individual things that you see within the team which are very lazy, which are very
Hmm.
very lazy. And the one thing that I was very disappointed with,
yes,
even in the Wolves match, was when you know that you are not going to press in the front line, you don't have a front line pressing which is efficient enough, just एक deep मतलब deep backline खिलाओ ना
yes,
यार. High backline खिला के मतलब क्या मिलेगा, मतलब you're not even pressing, so you're
yes,
just being stationary there, just waiting for the opponent to come to you. No, but these things are supposed
yes,
to be, I think these things are supposed to be coached, but I think in the end I feel there's a disturbance in communication between the coach and the players, but I hope that Aston Villa
yes,
don't
yeah.
take advantage of that.
Hi, Suyash. So like, yeah, let's hope for the best. Suyash. So tell me, like, what changes do you want to see in today's game? Like, what sort of player changes and tactics changes you definitely want to see in today's game?
I think if you compare it with the Wolves game, that according to me, that was the best side that
Yeah.
Pochettino played. That he could have played. I don't think he could have done
Mhm.
anything better in terms of team selection. मे बी गैलेगर की जगह एक अटैकर और लगा सकता था क्योंकि स्टैमफोर्ड ब्रिज वुल्स के साथ आप खेल रहे थे, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी प्लेड हाई लाइन, सो आई एम फाइन विद दैट. आज मुझे आई थिंक एक और हमारी प्रॉब्लम ये रही है कि हमारे टू सेंटर बैक्स कभी भी सेम नहीं रहे हैं. तो एक केमिस्ट्री जो थियागो
Hmm.
सिल्वा के साथ किसी एक प्लेयर की बननी चाहिए
Yeah.
थी वो बनी नहीं है.
Yeah.
कभी बैडियाशील को लगा देते हैं, कभी कॉलवेल को लगा देते हैं,
Yeah.
कभी डिसासी को लगा देते हैं. तो आई डोंट नो इफ दे विल स्विच अगेन, बिकॉज बैडियाशील वाज, आई डोंट नो, ही वाज टोटली
Hmm.
पैथेटिक. क्या कर रहा था, डिफेंड भी कर रहा था कि
Hmm.
आई डोंट नो व्हाट ही वाज
भाई ये
डूइंग.
सेंटर बैक्स को देख के सिक्योरिटी मिलती है यार
Hmm.
सुयश, एक चीज
Yeah.
बताइए, सेंटर बैक सिक्योरिटी मिलती है?
थियागो सिल्वा को देख के सिक्योरिटी तो मिलती है, बट पॉइंट ये है कि ही इज नॉट दैट फास्ट एनीमोर. वो
एग्जैक्टली
थक जाता है.
एग्जैक्टली
मतलब 15
एग्जैक्टली
मिनट अगर हम मतलब बैकफुट पे आ गए
Yeah.
तो ही मतलब उसको पसीना आने लगता है. सी हिज रिएक्शन आफ्टर द लूटन गेम, मतलब
और जो कवर करेगा थियागो, who will act as a cover center back for Thiago Silva, he
Yeah.
needs to be fast enough, right? He
राइट.
fast enough and very
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
technically adept. ठीक है, हमारे पास कौन है यार?
Yeah.
हमारे पास कौन है?
Yeah.
Like
No.
everyone
सी
is at a learning stage. Everyone is
सिंस
at a learning
Yeah.
stage
सिंस
when
वी
the
आर
pressure is
टॉकिंग
on for them to perform.
सिंस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डिफेंस, एक चीज जो मैंने ऑब्जर्व करी है, वांटेड टू नो योर थॉट्स ऑन दैट इज, अगर हम कंपेयर करें पिछले सीजन से,
Hmm.
राइट, हमने पूरे सीजन का अगर हम देखें तो हमने जो गोल्स कंसीड किए थे,
Hmm.
वी वर आई थिंक थर्ड और फोर्थ ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द टेबल इन टर्म्स ऑफ
Correct.
goals conceded. And we were not playing like low
Hmm.
block or anything. We were having 70% possession. It was just that we were not very clinical. That's why we were
Hmm.
not able to score
Yes.
those many number of goals.
Hmm.
This season may we have had more number of goals,
Hmm.
but we have conceded like, I
Yeah.
think मिड सीजन हमने 20 गोल्स लास्ट ईयर कंसीड किए थे. अभी वी आर ऑलरेडी 38 और 39 गोल्स, राइट. वी आर
Hmm.
प्लेइंग हाई लाइन, वी आर कंसीडिंग मोर गोल्स. सो
More goals.
मतलब
Yeah.
क्या हमारा डिफेंस पिछले सीजन जो हम बोल रहे थे, पिछले सीजन हम बिल्कुल ही बेकार हैं, एस्पिलिया कोइटा बहुत स्लो हो गया है, एंड हमारा डिफेंस कुलीबाली इज नॉट
अरे हम
इंटरेस्टेड
डीप
इन
भी
गोल
लेके आ
फॉर
रहे थे
अस.
ना. हम बहुत पीछे खेल रहे थे भाई, एक बहुत बार हमने पाक
Yeah.
द बस भी खेला है.
खेला
हमने
है.
इस सीजन भाई पाक द बस भाई बहुत कम खेला है मैंने. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर ब्रो, एवरी टाइम पागल जैसे हम आगे दौड़ जाते हैं, या पीछे बस
Hmm.
एक ऐसा हाईलाइन खेल के वी लेट पीपल जस्ट कट अस थ्रू. एंड एस्टन विला का अगेंस्ट आज अगर खेलेंगे वैसा, ओली वॉटकिंस विल be a
Yeah.
major threat. I mean, I want to see how we can deal with Ollie Watkins.
विला तो आई
Uh,
थिंक 4 4
Yeah.
1 1 टाइप का कुछ खेलती है ना, लाइक दे आर आल्सो लो ब्लॉक.
but Villa ka ball distribution from the deep is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the players that they have are very adept at passing a ball. So I mean, that is very good to see. I mean, wo
Yeah.
pass between the lines we could there. Have you ever remembered the last time probably a defender passed between the lines for Chelsea more than 5 times in a game? Matlab, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. So those are qualities that would be great at Chelsea in the future.
Yeah, like in the basics of Tuchel and Pochettino, I think three back worked really well for us in terms of defense and even in terms of attacking because our full backs can like they push forward. I think they did a brilliant job with Tuchel, but in like in Poch's team, I don't think we have some reliable names who can actually defend that well. So, Mrigang, what do you think? Like, what sort of changes do you think we should bring in today's game?
In today's game, energy is always my problem and
Yeah,
only my only demand. I need to see that intention and energy there, which is it often lacks it. I haven't seen it consistently since like 3 4 seasons maybe, and I am dating it back to Tuchel's last few months as well. So
yeah,
there has been a lack ever since. There has been a lack of passion and energy both.
mm,
So I want that, but
mm,
it's not like
yeah,
someone can just come in and reinstate that. It's something that just I don't know how to fix that.
yeah,
If I knew, people would have hired me already. But I'd like to see Cole Palmer not start at false nine. Seriously, I just can't take that
yeah,
anymore. If the guy who's creating and scoring from a certain position and he's really fine at it, just let him play there. Don't fucking spoil it and don't like try
yeah,
and see कि हाँ ये अच्छा खेल रहा है इसको आगे डाल दो ये भी
Mm.
खराब खेलेगा sorted. So that's something I
yeah,
don't really
yeah,
I really don't like. That's one thing. Um, then again, Caicedo is uh, central. Gallagher needs to stay alongside. I mean, I don't mind
yeah,
Gallagher and Enzo midfield. They're like Gallagher does all the
yeah.
running and backtracking and Kante stuff,
Do you think
and
Pochettino will
Enzo
start with the
creates.
back three? Do you think Pochettino will start with the back three, saying that I mean, this could be the game where he starts it because और बाकी क्या है मतलब हारने के लिए. So, I mean,
So it's not
And I
like I
think
see
back three worked really well for us.
it's I'd say like Pochettino has stuck with for a long while,
okay.
a lot of his in a lot of his career. If he really wants to do something tonight, he will not switch things up experimentally. He will stick with
Yeah,
his
fair.
best
Yeah,
trusted,
His
most trusted thing.
his
And if
Colville
I
fit.
see a change, I will 100% believe that Pochettino doesn't care in to just stay in the game anyhow. I
Because
think if he changes it tonight,
he himself was
he's
talking
probably
about it
looking
in
for an experiment which just works.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
can't take. I want the same efforts to just keep pushing and work.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah. So yes, so like, what sort of defensive lineups do you want to see? Like, who would be a dream defensive lineup in today's game? Because it is a very crucial game for us, and we cannot just go on pushing our like defense line so high. So,
I
what do you
want to
think?
play with three
Do
center
you want to
backs
see?
and like two wing backs. To be honest, like
Mm,
Sterling को wing back खिलाओ right तरफ, left
Guys,
में
I'll be back
Chilwell.
in a couple of minutes, right?
But यार देखो क्या है,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think
Mm.
ये श्योर, आई थिंक स्टर्लिंग का यार मैं इरिटेट इसलिए हो गया हूँ पिछले 2 3 मैच में, मतलब वो शुरू में आई वाज टोटली
Mm,
बैकिंग हिम, आई थिंक जो पोजीशन हमारी है इस समय वो स्टर्लिंग की वजह से ही
yeah,
है, जो उसने 1 2 मैच बिल्कुल अपने हाथों हाथ जिता दिए हमको. बट अभी क्या यार, उसको हटाओगे
yeah,
तो लाओगे किसको, मेरा पॉइंट ये रहता है.
yeah. That's
मतलब ही इज
the question.
एक्सपीरियंस एंड ही इज पेसी. तो आई वांट
Yeah.
स्टर्लिंग टू मे बी प्ले ऑन द विंग बैक, बट वही है जैसे आदिदेव भैया ने कहा
Mm,
कि उसका डिफेंसिव वर्क रेट वैसे ही बहुत बेकार है, सो आई डोंट नो कैसा खेलेगा, बट आई डू वांट कि हम 3 एट द बैक खेलें. आई वांट सिल्वा टू हैव दैट
yeah.
I
एक्स्ट्रा
mean,
डिफेंडर विद.
that is where Sterling would really be very good, यार सुयश भाई.
Mm,
ठीक है. 3 एट द बैक खेलेंगे ना
yeah.
यार, लेफ्ट विंग बैक के पास ना कवर रहेगा कि लेफ्ट सेंटर बैक है पीछे. ठीक है,
हाँ.
अगर कुछ हुआ कुछ
Exactly.
तो है. ठीक है, एक कवर रहेगा. और वैसा थ्री
Yeah.
एट द बैक में हम डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं. तो स्टर्लिंग
Yeah.
कैन बी वेरी फ्री अप टॉप एंड आई थिंक दैट इज हिज नेचुरल गेम. तो
Yeah.
आई एम ऑल इन फॉर थ्री एट द बैक यार, मतलब मेक दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट टुनाइट. आई एम ऑल इन बिकॉज आई मीन राइट नाउ अगर आपने वो इंटेंट नहीं दिखाया जो हम तब से देख
Mm,
रहे हैं कि भाई इंटेंट दिखाओ, इंटेंट दिखाओ. लाइनअप के साथ भी कभी कभी इंटेंट बिल्कुल नहीं
mm,
दिखता है हमारा. तो आई मीन इवन if we go to that particular system, I'll be very happy.
So coming to the like backline,
yeah.
I'm not sure कि Levi Colville fit है या नहीं. If he is fit, I would want him to be
Yeah.
there. But I think my three center backs would be again option ही क्या बचा, Silva, Disasi and Badiashile.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Gusto on the
I
right
have
wing
like
back.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been. I'm very like sad that we would miss James in this game. He would have been a good option because he has all
Yeah.
the things we need. He can run forward. He can just
He
drop
he
back
could
and
he
do
could
his
be a
things.
right center back
Yeah.
as well.
Who do
I
you
mean,
think
back
like who
three.
should be the?
Yeah, I mean, back three.
Yeah.
Mein he's been a right center back as well. So I mean,
That's the problem. Like I think we need. Yeah. So who do you think the midfield like pairings would be like your dream midfield for the game?
उधर भी ऑप्शन क्या बचा है भाई मतलब
Uda.
मतलब there is no option bro. I mean
SID
Yeah.
SID
yeah,
को
We don't
start
have
करा
any
देता.
options here.
हाँ, Enzo Caicedo
Yeah.
Gallagher मतलब what else can I say?
नहीं अभी
ऐसा
आए
कुछ
हैं ना.
टोप तो बोल
I'm
नहीं
not
सकता
at all happy with Caicedo to be very honest.
भाई, but
Yeah.
यार
everyone is on the injury table ना, our like half of our
I'm very
midfielders
much
are on the
yes.
injury table. हाँ मतलब
Yeah.
can't do much about it.
I think Caicedo का again I was seeing Drog
What is
Baba
your
का
opinion
podcast
about
है
Caicedo?
जिसमें,
Like,
या
yeah.
उसमें he made a very good point कि हम Caicedo को बोल देते हैं he loses the ball, but हमको मतलब टीवी पे
Yeah.
तो पूरी स्क्रीन दिख नहीं रही होती है कि आगे प्लेयर क्या कर रहे हैं.
हाँ, मैं
भाई
था
कोई
वो
बंदा,
पॉडकास्ट पे भाई। हाँ,
आप थे क्या? ओके.
हाँ,
आई
मैं
एम
था।
नॉट श्योर.
मैं
बट
था, उसने बोला था, मेरे सामने बोला था ये चीज़।
तो
हाँ।
मतलब दैट्स अ वेरी फेयर पॉइंट राइट कि
हुँ।
उसके पास ऑप्शन नहीं होंगे तो ऑब्वियसली वो बॉल
Yeah,
लूज करेगा.
yeah, yeah, and also but यार मैंने I had made a point to him as well कि with that price tag ना, even if you don't attach expectations ना, एक certain amount of expectations आ जाते हैं कि आप
Yeah.
इससे तो बेहतर खेलोगे, ठीक है? और ये चीज़ तो यार
Yeah.
everyone expects it, ठीक है? Everyone, ठीक है? मतलब
Yes.
हम इतना, हमारे पास जितने प्लेयर प्रोफाइल्स हैं ना, कितने डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ प्लेयर्स हैं जो बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, बट दिख ही नहीं रहा है कुछ,
Yeah.
मतलब वी लुक डिफीटेड
And they're
एज अ
not
टीम,
clicking. Like most of the
ठीक है?
pairings that
द
that
द
should click, they're not
तुझे
clicking.
तुझे पता है इस सीजन में वी हैव हैड ओनली 3 कमबैक विंस, वी हैव कम बैक टू विन द गेम ओनली थ्राइस, ठीक है? दैट वाज वंस अगेंस्ट अ फकिंग व्हाट 9 मैन लिवरपूल, एंड एक तो यार एक तो वाज सम,
टॉटनहम,
हाँ,
स्पर्स,
एक नहीं
9
नहीं
मैन.
Tottenham 10 men, and there were two some lowly clubs that we actually came back from a win. I think it comes down to mentality as well. Our mentality is
Yeah.
has been pretty shaken down by in these past 2 years, to be very honest, not just Pochettino. So I mean that's going to be very interesting कि Aston Villa के Unai Emery's men who are good in form still, बीच में रोलर कोस्टर चला, but they have a really good play. I mean, it will all come down to how we are mentally prepared, right? I think that is my assessment.
Yeah. That is true. Like the spirits have been really, really low for the last couple of years. I would say. I won't even date it back to like couple of months. I think as soon as the second reign of Lampard started, I think it kind of went downhill. And the takeover thing, I don't feel that good about it because I am someone who supports like the youth academy players who plays for the badge, and these high price tags I don't think some of them justify. Like Enzo, I think Enzo has a lot of potential and I very much love his gameplay, but there are certain players that even I think our fullback situation is not that strong right now. Like fullback situation, I don't think they're performing that well. Yeah, cheers.
वन क्वेश्चन आई हैव, मेरे से आ रही है
Yeah,
बैकग्राउंड नॉइज?
Probably.
Hmm.
ओके. सो
yeah,
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अगर
yeah,
पोचेटिनो को अगर हम देखें, आई एग्री, मतलब ऑन योर
yeah,
पॉइंट आई एग्री कि मुझे तो लग रहा है किसी भी प्लेयर ने प्राइस टैग जस्टिफाई नहीं किया ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग. बट
mm,
अगर हम देखें पोचेटिनो के अंडर विच प्लेयर हैज इम्प्रूव्ड. पोचेटिनो सिर्फ मैनेजर नहीं है भाई, ही इज ऑल्सो अ कोच. विच प्लेयर
yeah,
हैज इम्प्रूव्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ हिज स्किल सेट? Probably Gallagher. But पिछले
yeah.
2 मैच में
Gallagher, I like. Yeah,
Gallagher has been bullshit as well in the past 2 games.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
apart from Gallagher,
Gallagher has
who
come
has
under the radar
yeah.
because
I
Gallagher has
like
been
Gallagher.
Gallagher के ऊपर कोई perform नहीं किया because everyone has just been that bad. And I think that is That is how I want to assess things,
Agreed.
because Cole Palmer again a new acquisition, and Cole Palmer, I think that individual brilliance ऐसा उसने मैनचेस्टर
Yeah.
सिटी में भी किया था. I mean, I कुछ मैनचेस्टर सिटी फैंस के साथ बात किया था. They were like कि this guy, they were actually genuinely sad to see him go because he was our academy star. And I think Cole Palmer is doing that independent of Mauricio Pochettino. I think board maybe, from whatever reports I've read, board ka bhi one of the reported statements is that the board is also not happy with how the results have not had an upturn, even after so much expenditure. So I think Pochettino is
Yeah.
that is I don't think so that he's improved the squad or the players in any manner.
In fact, deprecated, like Enzo, I
Yeah.
think deprecated.
एंजो इज प्लेइंग एज अ
Sterling
फॉल्स नाइन यार.
deprecated.
कभी कभी एंजो एज अ फॉल्स नाइन दिखता है. मैंने बोला यार एंजो एज अ फॉल्स नाइन
Yeah.
कहाँ से आ गया यार. मतलब
एंजो की
ये
जगह
कौन
ही नहीं
सा.
बन पा रही है टीम में, मतलब ही इज नॉट
हाँ.
स्टेबल एट ऑल. बीच में स्पोर्ट्स हर्निया भी
Yeah.
हो गया था, एंड देन everything is going downhill for him. I think he's a much better player than what he is being shown under Pochettino.
Yeah.
Well,
And also, like,
Enzo
yeah.
had one World Cup,
Hmm.
and I am always against buying players after watching them in one tournament with a price tag that just skyrockets,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
exactly gone because you then expect him to be Messi, basically. You not Messi,
Yeah.
but you get what I want to say, right? You want him
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
be
That.
someone who will just turn around your team. Because
Yeah.
Hazard, Bale, people got
Yeah.
sold for 100 million plus,
पर भाई
and
बेंफिका
those
के लिए he
guys
was very good.
consistently changing games at very high level. Benfica is not the very high level we are talking
Yeah.
about. We're
And
talking
but
about
what
Premier
what
League. We're
worked?
talking about
Uh,
Champions League.
yeah. What worked for him was the fact that Benfica was going to win the title, and all of that tax was on
Benfica
him,
is
right?
always going to win the title. It's
Yeah,
like
that
it's
whole
either
tax
them
was
or
on him.
Lisbon when they are trying at their best,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Benfica is just stroll past every time.
And then he was a January signing. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was a January
Yeah, yeah.
signing,
Yeah.
Yes,
He
right?
yes,
was.
yes.
And
He
January
was
signings
January.
always have this thing because you know that team is going to reach a certain milestone during the season, so that tax will be on that player when you sign him, and that was Enzo
Yeah.
Fernandez, clear Enzo
It's
Fernandez.
also
Right.
I have discussed this on a podcast before, and probably with IFP only. Um, Maybe during summer times when we were looking forward to signings and stuff like that. So my point remained that both with Mudrik and Enzo Fernandez, we have actually overpaid because of a lot of politics going in and around the topics and the players. For example, Enzo's
Yeah.
contract. Enzo would have been like a 60, 70 million player at his best after winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
And that's how much I like maximum. That's what I rate him. But he was sold for 126 just because he had just signed a contract of 5 years extension, and the fees was to be paid to a third party as well. So it was like 25% 25 million goes to them, 30 million goes to them, something like that. And Benfica wanted their
River Plate, I
share
guess.
of
As
60.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Benfica wanted their fair share of uh, the market price that was 60 million. So 60 that add, and
Yeah.
we ended up paying 126. While
Yeah.
in all honesty, we should have been the one paying 60, and Benfica's problem is Benfica's problem. But then there is no release clause. They wouldn't accept. We were desperate. Shit happens. It happened.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we
So
didn't sign anyone
Also,
in
like one.
January, because
Yeah.
like January में हम मुड्रिक और एंजो को लाते हैं, who maybe they learned
Yeah.
from it, and that's why we didn't sign anyone.
yeah, well,
And I don't
maybe
think like if
possibly.
we sign more players, I think that would like encourage the problem even more. I don't think we need
Yeah,
more players right now,
it's
but the players to click together.
exactly like I see Chelsea fans when we are in certain discussions, or I'd say like I know like some people or a lot of people can't be having the exact same mentality all the time. They just want to rant
Yeah.
sometimes, right? So we've gone from
Yeah.
like previous season, we we were blaming because we had a bloated squad. Managers complained, fans
Yeah.
complained, everyone
Yeah.
complained.
Yeah.
We cut down some players, sell off
Yeah.
some players, and then we get injuries, and we're back to Why didn't we sign anyone?
Yeah,
I know we're lacking striker. We need one.
Actually,
But
Yeah.
then
or,
again,
according
we're
to
back
me,
to saying
We
like just keep blaming on anything we can. Fire Poch. Okay,
yeah.
let's fire him. Sign more players. Yes, we sign more players, and then we'll go back to saying the same stuff again. That
but I think we
uh,
let go
it's a
too
new
many
Complete
player.
our
Let
players.
them
same
adjust. It's a new
process.
but
manager.
Yes.
Let them adjust.
but I think signing more players was never the solution, man. I mean, signing more players has never been the solution. It's
Yeah.
just the fact the original recruitments haven't worked. And I think with the amount of money that we have spent on them, there has been a certain outlay that sometimes I haven't supported, like Armando Broja going on loan to Fulham. That's not something
Hmm.
I liked. I
Yeah.
really thought that we should have held on to Armando Broja. I mean, come on, guys. Like something like do we literally have a better striker than him currently in the
I
setup?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Jackson
Exactly. And
kind of
now
helps
the
in
striker
the
situation got its abysmal.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
Jackson kind of helps now and then in developing the game. He's a good
Yeah.
he's good in that kind of role. A deep lying forward kind of guy
but you
when
need a little
he
bit more
connects the team.
clinicality who can matlab,
Yes,
who has
yes,
more shots on
definitely.
target during a game at least.
But what I've
I mean that
seen is Broya has become really hesitant,
Yes.
and
yeah.
it's actually the right time to just cash out on
Yeah.
him.
Hmm.
But we are
But
in a pathetic state with we have
yeah, I
no
mean that
striker.
is what I mean. At least in
But
Yeah,
the box, I see Broha getting his shot away. I mean
I
that is
think we'll
something.
just start using Washington as a sub.
Yeah,
but
I mean that is
did
something
you
I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
guys did you guys see the Burnley versus Fulham game? Like David Datro Fofana scored to a brace coming
I
out
didn't
of
see the
bench,
game.
Mm.
I didn't see the game, but
Um,
I did.
Yeah,
and
I didn't.
I, I did read about the
I think it
score.
was at 3 p.m. and we have in UK there's always
so it's
3 p.m.
funny that we keep
blackout, so we can't watch games here.
it's funny that we keep talking about strikers not being available at Chelsea, and our striker who's on loan is scoring a Premier League goal coming out of substitution. In fact, two goals and winning games for Burnley. In
Yeah,
fact,
well,
that
that's the
game I
point.
watched because of
If they
Roja.
wanted to sell and offload Broya, then just you've literally just like Fofana signed this month for Burnley,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
past
yeah,
month.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if you had the
yeah.
plan, then just show some good decision making and bring him back. Use him as a sub. You know he's good enough. He's already actually played for us, and
Hmm.
he had a couple at least a couple solid chances
Yeah, I mean,
in that one game.
we can't be worse. I mean that just can't be
Hmm.
Yeah,
happening. I
Yeah.
mean,
if you
like,
want to profit,
uh,
if you're calling off a loan and you want to
yeah,
profit,
just
sell
do
him
that.
off, bring that guy back in. It's fine. Washington is very very young. I
Very,
don't
very young. Exactly.
expectation, but I just think
Mm.
he'll only be a sub. That's what it's gonna be, and I have
But I
no
think
zero
Yeah.
expectation about him.
I think Cole Palmer is going to be our next false nine. I think we are going to see
And
more of Cole Palmer than uh,
it's gonna go all tits up.
yeah, because then right winger, I'm seeing that Noni Madueke has will provide us depth. So I think that is how Pochettino is seeing, and if that
Yeah.
happens on a consistent basis, it's going to be very bad for us. So I mean, I just hope that's a one-off game.
Noni is another. I don't know, man. Like he's again. So
He's like
first of all,
some
he doesn't have like he's too much on to individual brilliance. मतलब छोटा
yeah,
स्टर्लिंग लगने लगा है मुझे वो.
yeah.
ये मतलब मैं किसी को पास नहीं
He's
करूंगा.
always been ASM. He's Alan Saint Maximin.
It's
I've said
Alan
it
Saint
a lot
Maximin.
of times. He is Alan Saint Maximin. People don't see it. I don't know, but he is one. At least
I
that's how
mean,
I see him. He's Alan Saint Maximin.
भाई बंदा गिरता
Akele,
रहेगा
he's
बॉल
just
लेके
so
कुछ भी करता
focused.
रहेगा लेकिन
Yes,
देगा नहीं किसी को.
yes, yes. Basically, hold the ball on the wing as long as you can.
yeah.
Spoil the chance. It's okay,
Yeah.
but productivity goes down,
He'll do
man.
some pacey trick. He'll try something of that. It will not work
Mm.
out for him.
Yeah.
He almost always seems like a bad Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. So I mean, he does give me a lot
Oh
of
my
those
god.
vibes. He does give me a lot of
A
those
bad
vibes.
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Like, how is a good Callum Hudson-Odoi? I've never seen.
I mean,
That's what
sometimes.
even I was thinking.
Um, I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi when he
That we
got
have
that
not
first
seen. That we have not
when
seen.
he got that first whiff of Bayern, right? Like the
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah,
whiff
yeah.
of that Bayern rumor, he
Yeah.
was killing it, bro.
Honestly,
He was
even
killing it
during
on the
that
field
time,
at that
I
time.
felt like he used to be on the same side as Hazard.
Yeah,
So when he came on, defenders were like, right, easy time now.
yeah, yeah,
And he
exactly.
did what he did. And
Yeah,
there was a good spark. There was good vibe. Sorry, not vibe, hype. There was a good
hype.
hype.
Yeah, yeah,
And that hype really helps sell anyone. I know.
yeah.
we always get sold on hype. So our
Yeah.
And
fans
then
should know
Yeah,
this the best.
Bayern came.
yeah, yeah,
Bayern came.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
and Bayern
Bayern
came,
came.
so it was like, yeah, he's good because Bayern are chasing him. Not that he's good because he's producing something,
Yeah.
but he's good because Bayern are chasing him.
And
That's
then he
it.
was exposed
That's why
badly.
he was good.
Then he was exposed badly. Under Tuchel, he was just mad. I mean, he was exposed
Yeah.
badly in his last season. I
Exactly.
mean that was. I mean, then he went to Leverkusen. Leverkusen, he was part of, like, everyone was seeing that, okay, Musa Diaby on one flank, Callum Hudson on the other flank. That's just pace, all out pace for Leverkusen out there. I mean, they have a very fast wing pair. All of that didn't work out for him there as well. I mean, yes, he sometimes, yes, as I said, Noni Madueke does give me bad Callum Hudson-Odoi vibes.
It was Gallagher's birthday yesterday. I missed
Yeah.
it, man. I should
Yeah.
have posted something. Fuck. Oh, I
Gallagher. Yeah.
am I'm on
It's
route to become a very terrible admin, by the way.
By the way, just on the Aston Villa game, I think the only way to for, uh, for us to be able to beat Aston
yeah.
Villa on any day at Villa Park is when Todd Bowley decides to sort of buy Emi Martinez, because that is the only way he will not play against us.
Hmm.
And
No, no. I honestly believe whenever Martinez is playing for Villa, he's playing against Villa. If
नहीं
you watch
भाई,
him play, if you watch him play, he'll die for a save, but then he will do something incredibly
Yeah.
stupid and get a yellow card
yeah,
straight
yeah,
away, right there. Then I don't know how he was not sent off in that game against Brentford, man. I remember him
Yeah.
lifting Mope up and throwing him aside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Referee didn't give
yeah.
him a card, man. Not even a single card. VAR took a look at it and yeah, fine, usual stuff. Shit like that happens. Yeah,
I think ये
keep
replay
dragging players.
ये जो replay हो रहा है वो उसी की वजह से हो रहा है. I think he made some really good saves in that 0-0
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
0-0.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But even if he plays,
So
I think that will not impact us. We just have
We
to
will
be
not
like
be able.
simple. You just
our
have to be
problem is
simple.
clinical things, man. Our problem is
Yeah,
not key.
yeah. We'll not be testing Emiliano
Yeah.
Martinez
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
I think we just have to be clinical. Like, जो
Liver
run
yeah.
खाया, goal मारो. Simple. It's just
Liverpool के
as
against
simple as that.
literally we that Enzo Fernandez on the 45th minute he took a shot just so that we have a shot on target before halftime.
Yeah, I know,
That
I
was
know,
the only reason
I
for
know.
that shot.
I saw
Yeah.
that game. I know. Against Liverpool, like the number of shots we conceded, I actually was hearing a podcast somewhere, and it was recorded that
Oh,
it's the highest number of shots on target we have in a Premier League match. Team has conceded since it has started recording that stat,
Yeah.
mm.
and and it is so shameful. I was like, मैं कहाँ पे छुपाऊँ यार? I can't. This is the way it has been said over a pod. I'm like, okay, and ice just dropped inside my
Yeah.
heart. So, I mean that was
Yeah,
sad.
it was
Even
not nice.
United वाले game में I think we conceded 30
Yeah.
or
The last
something
couple of
shots.
games have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if we can't afford to give Aston Villa's attack that kind of freedom.
Yeah.
I mean, that we afforded Liverpool as well in that Liverpool game. We can't afford to give Aston Villa also that freedom because they do have pace in the attack in the transition. I mean, even I think I'm really impressed with McGinn. I mean, McGinn gives me that literally, midfield bull
Yeah.
wala vibes. So I mean, that is amazing to see, at least from a traditional traditional I mean traditional footballing perspective. I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
McGinn is
guys,
like how.
let us wrap this thing up. Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Speak, man. Please
No, no,
continue.
I was
Go ahead.
reading comments again. I got distracted by the comment as well.
Yeah.
Let
Oh.
me see what it says.
Uh,
Mm.
okay. So let
It's
us
Rishabh Bhai
wrap this up
trying to
and
wind me
let's
up.
see, like, what are your predictions? What would be the scoreline predictions by you guys? Let us do some predictions now. Megank, you
Hmm.
can start, brother. You say.
Right. I take the longest, man. Just ask Swiss. I
I
never,
think
Okay.
I
my
think it would be a 2-2. Like my prediction, just 2-2. That's it.
and then it goes to
Okay.
pen. Yeah.
There goes to penalties. Then there's no predictions anymore.
Bold of you to assume we'll score twice, bro.
Yeah, I'm just. That's what I hope, bro. I'm telling you,
Yes, yes.
that's
That
that's out of hope. That's not out of logic. That's out of hope.
Megha, what do
Honestly,
you think? What is your
my take
prediction?
is
Yeah,
Villa is
yeah,
Villa is fine at home, but Watkins and their form is much better away. Like
yeah.
that's me, right?
There is
So
only bit of
I think,
hope we
yeah,
can
I
have.
think
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 1-0 for us with
Yeah,
Sterling
even
falling
that would
down,
be my prediction. But yeah, I think
Sterling falling down in the box and Palmer scoring the pen. That's it.
That'd be great,
Because
bro. I mean,
as a false
yeah,
nine, he's not
yeah,
scoring anything by himself.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's true. I
yeah.
agree.
My prediction would be
Okay.
uh,
there's
Yeah.
the prediction. There's what you want. There you go.
3-1.
I mean, he's
Pot
speaking
Yeah,
sacked in
raw
the
it's a
because
morning.
nice prediction, man. 3-1 Villa.
I would love to have more Mourinho, but I mean that means
Sack,
that
that's
Poch
the
has to
only
be sacked. But yeah,
Poch
that's
hacky
not going to
khalega.
happen.
yeah,
But
that's
I think the 3-1 Villa is still a very realistic expectation. I mean, I do dread
Mm.
this happening.
yeah,
I
I
just
do
don't want
dread.
to say it, man. See, I
Yeah,
said the one part. That's it. That's me.
yeah. Just that defense is something I'm worried about. I think attack is. ठीक है, even if we create 2-3 chances.
I have
Um,
been very minutely out of the loop. Colville is fit, right?
Colville is fit, I think. Yeah,
And
Colville is
Badiashile,
fit. Injury, there is no injury
yeah.
news. Mein to Colville is not there.
Badiashile is fit,
I
Bardia
think
and we
Colville
have
Shields,
Silva.
is
yeah.
like I think if we have it, yeah,
Right. So in that case, I think if you
Oh yeah, Colville is beginning reconditioning phase, bro. Colville is not fit. Chaloba,
okay,
Colville is not.
Sanchez, Cucurella, Fofana, James Lavia, Ogochukwu. Yeah, that's the injury table.
yeah, okay, then
well, left center back is
it
problem.
is.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna be
Colville could
Badiashile,
have been a
Silva,
great
and
option, but yeah,
Disasi.
yeah, that
I think
is. We don't have
eight
many
minutes
center
Yeah.
में
backs.
team आ जाएगी.
Hmm.
Defense. Yeah. Well, let's see.
yeah. Okay then,
Think
guys. Thank you for keeping your opinion over here. I will see. Like we would be doing a watch along anyways, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart for this conversation. Like it is always a fun to share our grief about Chelsea on stream, off stream, whatever it is. But yeah, I think we would soon do another watch along or live stream together, and let's see how it goes. Okay, then
Yeah.
good night,
Sure.
everyone.
Cheers, guys. This was
All
good.
right.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
thank you.
Bye.